What is up, guys? We are down here at Shady Dragway. It's Friday, May 27th, first day of the Ronnie Buck Memorial Racing Weekend. There's no 28 racing today. It's just testing. Bracket racing and testing. But we're going to test a little bit. Try to get some data for tomorrow, since it is, a marginal prep event. They said the best way to talk about it is like the old 10-5 days. They're like, you remember that? And I'm like, I do not. But anyways, that's what we got. Sammy's here to test a bit. Hopefully the demons are exercising that thing. Obviously, I got my raggedy pile. And then we got John's Grom, which is honestly what I'm most excited about. We made some good hits on the street with this thing, testing, and now we see how it does at the track and with John riding. So that's where we're at. So we're just waiting for our chance to test, and whenever that's an opportunity, we are going to go down there and see if we can have a little bit of fun.
Man, it feels good to get on my system.
Alright guys, my car did good, but here's the real thing. Let's see how John's does. It didn't do something, I don't think it shifted. Everything's stupid. So I forgot to update, but what do you expect from me? Anyways, made a good pass. Want to get it better than I expected. I actually killed it a little early, and just to get a feel for things. The track, John said, felt good. It definitely wasn't shiny like the usual radio prep. The videos from outside look pretty cool. The car definitely a lot different than the typically how you see this car act on the track. But overall, good pass, soft. We'll turn up a bit on this one. I'm gonna go over some plugs and stuff real quick and just make sure all that stuff looks happy. And we are going to see if we can go just a little bit faster. And hopefully it does good, and we can go into tomorrow with a solid game plan. What's up, guys? Day number 2 here at Shady Dragway. As you saw on our videos last night, first hit made a good A to B. Second hit, we routed the tires about 7/10 of the way in. Just a little hot, I think. Third hit, won a really good 60 foot, and the car drove right out of the groove, and when it did that, it shook on me at about right 2 seconds. So got the car up on the Pro Jacks, and here in the next little bit, we are going to adjust the rear steer some because the car is clearly driving right. I watched my videos from in the car, and steering wheel is definitely staying straight. So it's just something to make a little change though. So really, it's not that big of a deal. I do wish I had slicks for this surface. They'd be a bit more forgiving situations like that, but we just gotta make what we got work. But otherwise, it feels awesome out here. I think it's about 60 right now, sunny. The place is slowly getting more and more people in it, and it should be a good day of racing. Definitely glad we came last night, because that's what we needed, was data, and to not come in here as blind, I guess you'd say. But that's where we're at. It's going to be a hot minute before we go racing, so we're going to eat some food and just hang out for a while. Got a packed house, don't we, guys? We should be going up in a bit for our first shakedown. So basically gonna start the same tune-up as last night. We'll start the same tune-up as last night and just see if it will go down, and then work from there. Update, as you saw, we rattled the tires about 1 second in, so right before the 60. We made some changes. I doled it down a little bit right there, just pull a little time in that spot. And also John loosened the shock some to help it extend a little more, and see if we can drive a tire into the ground a little bit harder. What I did was I shifted into high gear after that, and I slowly got back into it. That way I can just make sure the track felt good up top, which it did. So I also put some power in the big end after about 2.5 seconds. So we'll see what it does. We're just we're trying to figure this out. If we had slicks, I think we'd be in a better spot, but it doesn't really matter at this point. But either way, I am honestly, I'm still having a fun time. So hopefully we can just make a clean hit and see what happens. You saw our second hit. It was a good one. I had basically 2 boost ramps. I had a ramp to 1.8 and another one from 1.8 to 3.0. Ran good, felt good out back. Next we actually have this guy right here. I know he was having some trouble spinning earlier, but he may have it figured out. And I don't ever get cocky in this stuff. We're just gonna run the same tune. I did put a little power more after 2 seconds, just to try to feel the track out some more, and we're going to see how it does. But wish me luck in round 1. round one in the books, guys. Super happy about that. You know, the nerves before a round are pretty bad, especially the first one today. You know, I think I raced Matt Bell at Lights Out in round one down there, and I knew I had pretty minimal chance. But here, I knew I had a good opportunity as long as I didn't screw it up on the tune-up wise. We went just a hair faster, but you know, it was enough to win. The guy we ran, it's the first time he's made it out all weekend. So just a sign, you know, perseverance does pay off in these things. But now round two, we got some local guys. Kenneth Warda is driving. It's Ed Pierce's car, but it's a pretty nasty spot wall Ford deal. They just made a good pass too, so it should be a good round. I've got 2 tune-ups loaded, the exact same one, and one just got a little more in the middle, and we're just going to see what it does. Look at the track, but hopefully we can use the faster one because, you know, who doesn't want to go faster? Sorry for the lack of updates, guys. Quick turnaround sessions, but we are in the finals. We just raced Jonathan Atkins in the grub worm. That was a great race. Able to get him on the big end. And now we got Jason Black, Nitrous LS, Fox Body. So should be a good run. You know, the car, we let the same tune-up in it, and it's doing its job. So I built a faster one, but I opted against using it. It's probably for the best, to be honest. So we're going to run this last one again. Hope that it's enough. So let's see if we can get this. goddamn.
I flipped the throttle and you caught me.
I thought I saw something.
Yeah, I flipped the throttle and you caught me. It was shaking so fucking hard.
Fuck. Yeah,
The passenger door is open on my car.
my driver was off the latch.
Dude, it was shaking. Look at the passenger door.
Fucking A, dude.
Dude, I flipped the throttle. I was out. I was going. I flipped the throttle. You went, son of a bitch. Because the damn ramp has to come back in. So while the ramp was off, you run me down. But it was shaking so fucking hard, dude. It did that at 300, 400 feet up the door. And I was like, it's gonna quit, it's gonna quit. Then it shifted and got fucking worse. So I'm like, I'll flip the throttle.
The last run, I saw the drive shaft spike on the shift.
Yeah.
And I pulled a little extra time to try to keep it from being stupid.
How close was that?
Fucking, man. I mean,
It had to be a wheel, right?
yeah, I'm sure. I mean, we can compare tickets. I don't give a shit because that'll tell us right there. I mean, it was a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
It was right there, dude.
Hey, man. Good race you win. Okay.
All right, guys. I finally got some time to recap the race from this weekend. So we went down there Friday, like you saw. The goal was to get some data. You know, we've really never been on a marginal surface, and if we have, we were chasing our butt the whole time. So we went there with a different game plan than usual. Instead of just trying to go fast, let's just try to go down. First hit went A to B, and we're like, wow, that's cool. You know, I killed it a little early just because I was just getting a feel for everything. And, you know, also that's the first pass on this block deal. Obviously I got some dyno stuff on it, but, you know, first hit there. So killed it a little early and tried to get after it some more on the second run, knocked tires off. And then third run, drove right out of the groove, had a good 60 and knocked tires off about 2 seconds. So we tried the same tune-up first shakedown on Saturday, and it about 1 second rattled the tires. So made two changes. I actually pulled a little timing in that area, and John adjusted the suspension to make it separate a little faster, see if we could help plant the tire more. And then the second test pass, we went down like sweet. Then round one, I let that same tune-up in, and like I had said earlier, the guy had not been down all weekend, but it's racing and anything can happen. You know, lo and behold, I am messing this camera up. What's my problem, guy? Lo and behold, he got down. So it's a good thing I didn't mess up. So we went off of that, and then the second round, we had Kenneth Warda driving his car, and when we first were going down there, I heard him say the driver's okay, and I was like, oh man, that means somebody wrecked. It's going to be a minute. And you know, so as we're waiting, the sun's going down, and when we finally do run, of course it is dark at this point. Thankfully my laptop was not with me, but I did have a tune that was a little spicier, and John's like, hey, go ahead and load that one. So I did that. It's a good thing I did, because it was a heck of a race. The car made a move shortly after the 60, and thankfully though, it was just a quick hit, and I was able to stay in it, and the car stayed on track, and we nudged them out in the big end. It was a close run. Third round, we had Jonathan Atkins. You know, he owns Tick Performance. You know, they're local to us, like an hour and a half. Awesome LS company, good people. You know, world's fastest stick shift GM vehicle. I'm sorry, I don't know what is going on with this camera. I am not good at this. He, so I, drew him, and I left the same tune-up in it. I was like, let me just take my chances here, and went out there, and there's a finish line video as you saw, and it was maybe a car, I don't know, something like that, but it was close. Like, obviously I had the advantage on the tree because I'm just letting go of my button, opposed to him lifting his leg. But the fact that the stick car doing what it did, I mean, it's awesome, by all means. So then we have Jason Black in the finals, big inch nitrous LS deal, gangster setup, and as you saw, he was out on me, and I remember thinking, I'm like, you always, turbos top end I'm like, this guy's driving off on me. Like, I did not put enough in this car. And it's crazy what you think about. Like, you know, there's like no way you have time to think about that in however many seconds, but you do. And but then he had to want the throttle because it was shaking so bad on him. Actually shook his passenger door open, and that little bit was all it took. And, you know, in the 0091 margin of victory in the finals. And like, if you watch, even watching the slow mo as you saw, I was on the inside lane. It's like you can't even tell from that. Like, you need some more lighting and probably better cameras. So, you know, we got the win light on that, and we won the whole shebang. So pretty awesome. You know, obviously a great first outing. I hate there wasn't a trophy. It's like, come on, man, give me a trophy, because the money's cool, it helps, but it is not, you know, it's temporary. Because especially with this thing, you know, you're always going to blow it on something. But the trophies are forever. Corey did get some awesome winner's circle photos, so at least I'll get that. But you know, it was a good event, and I'm super. Sorry if I said that a lot, but I'm just really stoked that that happened. Hopefully that's not all we get this year. I'm gonna try to go out again this Friday at Mooresville Dragway, but I'm happy. You know, I'm happy we had friends come out and help. You know, people I hadn't seen in a minute, and I'm glad I had some that hung out for a while throughout the whole thing, because it was late. I'm talking, we left the track. I think we took our winter circle photo at 1 o'clock, and I was beat already. We actually started putting up stuff at the trailer before then, just so when we got back after that, we could, you know, less to do. You know, we left the track probably close to 2, and I think I was at the door of my house at 3:45, and Sally didn't think I was coming home that night, so she had locked the door and tried to call her, and eventually had to beat on the door for her to open up. So wake up and open the door up, and the dogs were, you know. But it was worth it. You know, didn't sleep a whole lot that night, but that's part of it. Once again, I'm just glad that we had the time we did, got the data we got, and learned a lot. And I didn't have to run the guts out of the car, which it was running good. But you know, there's a point in time I would have thought that was running the guts out of it. But knowing how much faster we've been before, you know, it's not the same now. I do think that in the future we can go faster on the same conditions, and that's obviously the plan. I was in really soft down low, and I just need to make some, if I can get the car to work and be confident about the power in the mid-range, I think we'll have a pretty nasty, you know, marginal prep deal for sure. But you know, we'll get there in time. So let me get this thing checked over, and then make sure she's healthy, and see if we can go racing this Friday at Mooresville Dragway.